Ladies and gentlemen, The Shield is back. WWE Raw. Oh my goodness. Look, I seen everybody that was excited last night. I didn't want to rain on everybody's parade on Twitter. Everybody was very excited to see those guys back. And I gotta tell you, to an extent, it's pretty cool to see those guys back, see them fist bump again. You know, I really love The Shield. Originally. Loved them. All the way through, but this latest iteration is something, boy, I tell you the truth. We go back to the Roman Reigns Finn Balor match. Okay, setting up for Braun to cash in. I got the feeling, I'm like, okay, is Braun gonna cash in or is someone gonna interrupt? I kind of figured it'd be Kevin Owens to interrupt, but we didn't see him the whole night. Go figure. So, Braun is about to cash in, and the Shield comes down. And I gotta tell you, this made all four men look very weak. And it's very confusing as well. I mean, we'll see how it plays out, but I'm just reacting right now. Look, Roman Reigns, the fighting champion, I think in an interview prior to the Finn Balor match, said he was ready for Braun Strowman, and, you know, he was ready for whatever. So Roman Reigns, the moment finally happens, and the Shield comes out. I mean, Roman Reigns, he looks weak because he needs his boys. He can't beat Braun Strowman on his own. He needs his boys. So you make Roman look weak. The presentation of Roman Reigns, I've always said that I'm highly critical or highly invested when they do it right. In this instance, I wasn't that big of a fan of it. Not too much of a moan or crap about it, but I wasn't that much of a fan of it. They made him look weak. Ambrose and Rollins. Look, the original purpose of the Shield, well, one of the original purposes was that there was no leader in the Shield. They were all leaders. They made that very clear. Now, this iteration of the Shield, obviously Roman is the leader, and Ambrose and Rollins, they kind of looked like Roman's lackeys when they came out. Like, they seen that their boy couldn't get the job done, and it's like, oh, let's go save the title for Roman. And it's like, that's not what the Shield was all about. Like, and look, going forward, I see a lot of people arguing if it was a heel turn or not. People are saying, well, it was a heel turn. People are saying, no, it's not a heel turn. I'm here to tell you for a fact, it's not a heel turn. Because look, Seth Rollins is probably the biggest baby face in the entire WWE, and all of WWE, not just Raw and SmackDown as well, and one of the biggest baby faces in all of wrestling, period. So it's not a heel turn, and it's just kind of weird because it puts Seth in a strange place because he's a huge babyface. The fans want to cheer Dean Ambrose, like I said days ago. They did a good job of not turning him heel. The fans want to cheer him, but you can tell that once the excitement of the Shield being together, you know, the fans into it, eventually once they got throughout the segment, the fans were conflicted because they were upset to see the Shield. Nobody wanted to cheer them. So, I mean, the cheers started to die down gradually. Not a whole lot, but gradually. And you got Seth and Dean out here looking like heels, even though it wasn't a heel turn. They put Braun through the table. And I said that this segment made all four guys look weak. It made Braun look weak too, because obviously, from standpoint, Braun was doing his best to fight off three guys, so it doesn't make him look weak from that standpoint. But how many times are we gonna tease the cash in? Like, it makes the person look weak. The more you tease it, the more it looks like it's really gonna happen. You make him look weak. And obviously, Braun Strowman is losing his momentum. You need to do something with the guy. You gotta put the title on the guy, and he has to cash it in. He has to go for his cash in. Like I said, even when it fell on the Raw, he has to come back the next week and try again. If he's really that bent on getting the title that he would try his cash at SummerSlam and at Raw or next week, what sense does it make for him not to try to cash it in the next week? Unless this is some type of stupid write-off, then the guy has to go and cash it in next week or else he's going to look stupid. Either that or he has to go out and take out Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, to which that's going to make somebody look like a heel, to which all three of those guys don't need to be looking like a heel at this point. So, looking at that standpoint, the title needs to go on Braun Strowman sooner than later, or else, why? Like I said before, why is he here if he's not having a title around his waist very soon? So, looking at this iteration of the Shield, Look, I'll be level-headed and say I'll wait to see how it all plays out, but I don't like it. Even when the moment happened, when the theme hit off, first thing I wrote on Twitter, I said, okay, this looks weak. And it did look weak, because it made all of those guys look weak. Made Roman look weak. Made Dean and Seth look like Roman's lackeys. And I think they really took a step back with their characters, because on their own, they were doing really well. And like, they were striving to higher levels on their own. I don't really think we need them to come back together. Now they're one, and it's like their singular stories are going to take a backstage to the formation of the Shield. That's what I think is going to happen going forward. As for Roman, I guess that WWE once again wants to have them pair with Roman so that he can get a positive reaction or whatever. It is what it is. I'm not going to crap him on about it. You know, it is what it is at this point. I see what they're doing. They're not going to fool anybody, but it is what it is. We'll see how it all plays out. What do you think? Do you think I'm being too tough? Let me know down below on Twitter, YouTube, whatever, Periscope. Let me know what do you think about the Shield formation. What do you think about them coming